Today, we're on a wild journey into the brain's exclusive party zone. We've got 3 VIP guests: alcohol, marijuana, and opioids. Hello and welcome to Brainwaves. Buckle up because it's going to be a brainy roller coaster. First up, alcohol's sneaky dance. Let's talk about alcohol, the classic party crasher. It stumbles into the prefrontal cortex, our decision-making HQ. Imagine your brain is a bustling party, and the prefrontal cortex is the decision-making VIP lounge. Alcohol stumbles in like a guest who can't find the dance floor. It interferes with the neurotransmitters, slowing down the communication. Suddenly, decisions that should be quick become the brain's version of a slow-motion replay. For example, your friend decides to attempt some intricate dance moves. Suddenly, decisions are made at the speed of a sloth on a lazy Sunday. And the brain, under alcohol's influence, processes it like choreographing a slow-motion ballet. It's a decision delayed, and the dance move? Well, it's a bit of a disaster. Ever sent a text you regret after a few drinks? Blame it on the tipsy prefrontal cortex. Now let's talk about the hippocampus, the brain's memory wizard. Alcohol decides it wants to tango with the memory lanes. As a result, short-term memory takes a hit. It's like someone pressed the pause button without your brain's knowledge. Example: you're at a party having a blast, and suddenly you forget where you put your drink. Blame it on alcohol's interference with the hippocampus. Forget where you left your keys after a night out. Thanks, alcohol. Your hippocampus is the brain's librarian. It's responsible for cataloging all your new memories and making sure they get filed away correctly. Now imagine this librarian has had a few too many drinks. Things start to get a bit chaotic, right? When you drink alcohol, it heads straight to your brain and starts having a party, and one of the party's favorite spots is the hippocampus. Alcohol basically turns your usually sharp and organized librarian into someone who's a bit tipsy and forgetful. Alcohol interferes with the communication between neurons in the hippocampus. Normally, neurons chat with each other to form and store new memories. But when alcohol is involved, it disrupts this conversation. It's like someone cranking up the music at a party so loud that you can't hear what your friends are saying. Because of this noisy interference, your hippocampus has a tough time forming new memories. That's why after a night of heavy drinking, you might find yourself unable to remember parts of the night. It's like the librarian just gave up and decided to take a nap, instead of filing away your experiences. So in short, drink responsibly so your brain's librarian can keep doing their job right. And don't forget the cerebellum, our dance coordinator. Alcohol messes with it, turning our dance moves into a clumsy ballet. Ever had a dance floor disaster? Example: you decide to show off some dance moves, but your coordination is more wobbly toddler than smooth operator. You guessed it, alcohol's choreography. Thank you, alcohol, for turning our dance floor into a comedy show. The cerebellum. Imagine your brain as a control center, coordinating every move you make. The cerebellum is the unsung hero, tucked at the back just above the brainstem. It's a small but mighty structure, often referred to as the little brain. Despite its size, it contains more neurons than any other part of the brain. The cerebellum is the mastermind behind the smooth execution of your movements. Whether you're typing, walking, or dancing, it ensures your actions are precise and coordinated. Ever wonder why you don't tip over when standing on one leg? Thank the cerebellum. It's the guardian of balance and posture, making sure you stay upright. Alcohol interferes with the transmission of signals between neurons in the cerebellum, leading to a wobbly and uncoordinated dance floor performance. Slurred speech. The cerebellum also plays a role in coordinating the muscles involved in speech. Alcohol disrupts this coordination, leading to slurred speech. The cerebellum might be small, but its role in our daily movements is colossal. Alcohol, when it crashes this area, turns our usually precise and coordinated actions into a stumbling, bumbling comedy within no time. So next time you're wondering why you can't walk that straight line after a few drinks, blame it on alcohol's not-so-friendly interaction with the cerebellum. Marijuana's chill vibes. Next on the list is marijuana, the laid-back guest. It's all about activating cannabinoid receptors, bringing relaxation and euphoria. Ever wondered what happens in your brain when the sweet embrace of Mary Jane hits your bloodstream? Let's roll into the magical world of marijuana's influence on the brain. Activation of cannabinoid receptors. As soon as marijuana gets into your bloodstream, its active compounds, especially THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, start their dance. They're like the VIP guests at the brain's party, seeking out the special receptors called cannabinoid receptors. Imagine these receptors as little docking stations in your brain. THC waltzes in and docks onto these receptors, setting off a cascade of effects. It's like Mary Jane RSVP'd to the brain's exclusive party and brought her own fireworks. Impact on neurotransmitters. Now let's talk neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are the chemical messengers that transmit signals between nerve cells or neurons. Imagine your brain as a vast concert arena. And neurotransmitters are the engineers making sure the music of communication goes on smoothly. Neurons are the building blocks of the nervous system. They communicate by sending electrical signals down their axons, long, slender projections, to the next neuron's dendrites, branch-like extensions. When the electrical signal reaches the end of a neuron's axon, it encounters a tiny gap called the synaptic cleft or gap. To bridge this gap and continue the message, the neuron releases neurotransmitters. It's like tossing musical notes to the next musician in the concert. These are like the musicians waiting to catch the notes. Neurotransmitters bind to these receptors, transmitting the signal across the gap. After the transmission, neurotransmitters can be reabsorbed by the sending neuron, or broken down by enzymes in the synaptic gap. That mellow feeling after a joint? Thank you, cannabinoids. But wait, it also takes the hippocampus on a temporary vacation, causing forgetfulness. Where did you put your snack after that smoke session? Blame it on the weed-induced memory haze. And let's not forget the amygdala, the emotion maestro. Marijuana can lead to altered emotional responses. Ever laughed uncontrollably at a not-so-funny joke? That's marijuana's mood magic. Opioids and the pain symphony. Now let's dive into opioids, the pain relief maestros. They latch onto receptors, reducing pain messages to the brain. Post-surgery pain, opioids to the rescue. But here's the twist. They hit the limbic system, creating a pleasure surge. The limbic system is like the emotional command center of your brain. It's a group of interconnected structures that play a crucial role in regulating emotions, memory, and certain autonomic functions. Here are its key components. Amygdala, involved in processing emotions, especially fear and pleasure. Hippocampus. If the amygdala is the emotion center, the hippocampus is the memory maestro. It's responsible for forming new memories and is crucial for spatial navigation. Hypothalamus. It controls body temperature, hunger, thirst, fatigue, and circadian rhythms. It also plays a role in emotions. That warm, fuzzy feeling, opioids playing the brain's reward tune. However, they can slow down the medulla, the breath guardian. Overdosing on opioids. It's a dangerous dance with the breath guardian. Opioids might dim the pain, but they can also dim the lights on breathing. And there you have it. The brain's wild ride with alcohol, marijuana, and opioids. Remember, our brains are the VIPs at this party, and it's crucial to treat them with care. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this brainy adventure, give us a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending content. Until next time, keep those brains grooving and stay curious.